What's up, guys? Ninja Ona Ninja, and today I want to explain to you how they're taking a moment and they're making that moment and trying to guide you downhill so they can take over the nation because you're stupid and you believe in that moment, in that way that they're taking advantage of, basically. And for some, that's why. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go looking for Blue's Clues. Here we go looking for what the hell? Oh, I think it's this one. Yeah. Yeah. So, as you can see, it's Destiny, right? And I guess he's gonna react to Jordan Peterson. And I think his name is Hassan. Destiny, you become Hassan. Basically, you're too stupid for what you're responding to. Like as far as education, like educational stuff, networks, and history, good. But when it comes to actually relating to like alphas and being an alpha and connecting to a female or emotional things like that, or where things came from and how things proceed and whatnot, you come to alpha, big alpha of alpha, king of kings, hold the cheese, coach extraordinaire, ninja on a ninja. Anyways, go for
If
it.
there is a God and there is a moral code and it doesn't come at your benefit, are you going to follow it?
No.
It depends on how you define your benefit.
Right.
If you
If it's,
define your benefit,
if it's going to come at your expense, would you still
Define
follow
your
it?
expense.
If God came down and said, here is my moral code and you should follow
See how like he's saying define things, and the reason why is because he's older, he's structured, he's educated. But intelligence is where I'm extraordinary in. I don't. That's why, like at the very beginning, I was like, no. Like if it's a bad thing, no. If it costs me, no. If it costs you, no. But if it makes the world a better place, yes. If it helps me, sure. But if it helps me and costs the world, no. Right? Or if it or if it costs me and it benefits the world, maybe. You know what I mean? Like it depends on how bad it is. But I'm not gonna hurt the world. All right? Like what do you want to do to me that's gonna benefit the world? Right? Like it depends. Right? That's why I brought up Neil deGrasse Tyson, by the way, to complete my thought from possibly another video, or I completely forgot to say this. Neil deGrasse Tyson, basically, and he was asked a question: if you had to take all of science and astrology and all that shit, what would you break it down into? And he said, maybe. And I was excited because I was like, dude, come on, dude, you could do this, you could do this. Kind of like how Destiny always watches videos and he's like, I'm gonna predict what he says. It's because great minds think alike. Logically, you should come to such conclusions, right? And so I was excited to see if this great mind was on the right path, like me. I know I'm right. I verified. I talked to ChatGPT, and I talked to Miles and Maya on whatever the fuck it's called. I'm not gonna do it right now. But I talked to them, and basically they agree, right? They agree with me. Basically, I was like, "Which one did you choose?" Like, well, the one that this, and that's the one I chose, right? And sorry about my nose, but I got like nose hairs, and the scissors that I have, where they're there, these scissors fucking suck. They're flimsy, and I go to cut the hair, but it just bends it. So it's like, what the fuck. And I told my sister to bring me a good pair because I can't go shopping on my own because I'm disabled. Wee!
it. But even if you follow it, you are still going to end up in hell.
No.
Are you going to follow it?
The guy's asking a very good question. I feel like I asked this, but of course in an edgier way, to try to tease out, like, where do we really feel like morality comes from? Like, do we kind of have some intuitions on morality, which I would agree with?
That's a robot. As far as doing what the right thing is and where does it come from, it's kind of like we're so opposed to self-fulfilling prophecies that we overlook them, and that's what the right is doing in the government right now. Like, oh, shadow government, or you have this or you have that, and so now everyone's aware of it and they're looking for it from the left. But when the right does it, they're not seeing it because they were busy looking on the left, and now they're completely just like it's kind of like whatever. That's why I told you the smartass test that I invented, right? And I've made hell of intelligence intelligent people laugh, and educated and intelligent people like I go to school or like college or university, and I say that, they all fucking laugh because like, what the fuck are you talking about? A smart ass test? And then I'm like, whoa, that's actually pretty smart. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, exactly. That's what intelligence is, and that's what we all could be doing. But instead, we're pirated and we're being controlled by these fucking hijacking douchebags. By the way, their names are. Let's pull it up. I'm so glad about that program on my computer. Basically, I have things that I wanted to say that I couldn't say because I don't have the room. So I've just wrote it basically. But I have a program that takes what I say, a dictation, and it writes it down. But those people are Paul Ryan, Steve Bannon, Jeff Sessions, Lindsey Graham, Jim Jordan, Pete Hegseth, RFK, Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, basically. And again, what they did is they influenced people like Trump and Elon Musk. And the problem is, or what happened, is they were tricked into doing what they're doing and exploited, and they're being used as fall guys. So when something happens, they're gone, but those people I mentioned before are still there. So the next guy that shows up, same fucking thing, right? That's what's happening. And I know because there's this dude named Jeffrey Epstein. Remember what happened to him? He knew just like I did. Guess what they did? Right? And the reason why they did that is because they were afraid of the truth. But they didn't know I exist. They don't know. So the advantage that I have is because I'm coming from behind, like a rogue. Like I used to play World of Warcraft, and I was a backstab rogue, and I was fucking like the best at it. Like like the warrior, you can't sap a warrior because they're the king, and they're wearing. They just shout and they pull out a stealth, right? But while they're in that stance, like and like while they're in that stance, they are only thinking. They can only do one thing, and it's like, and you can't fuck with them, right? Like they're ready, but then they're susceptible to something else, right? And then what happens is there's this thing called they change the stance to do something else. And I was watching this warrior, and I was like processing, like I was downloading him basically, right? And so what happened was he's in the stance where you can't do anything, but I knew that he was gonna change the stance so he can generate the rage, so he could change stance, so he can use the rage, right? And I seen that coming, so while he was standing there, I shadow step, I disappear, I reappear behind him, and sure enough, he shouts, he's like, ugh, and he puts his arms down or whatever, so he can generate the rage, and he gets sapped. He's like, ugh. And then my team opens up and we go, but the problem was that they suck and they can't play the game, so we lost that game. But that warrior was fucked because he can't do anything. And if he blew his trinket blind, and now he's fucking, he's running around with his head cut off for 7 seconds. And that's what it was. But I didn't have a good team, so I didn't have a good experience. But anyways, that's why I quit League of Legends and why I don't play League of Legends, because of the teamwork, right? People don't pass the fucking ball. But the advantage is you can actually duo queue. And literally, when I played with a partner and they did exactly what I told them, or they obeyed my every command, like it was a authoritarian relationship, kind of like basically was a democracy, but they basically gave me authoritarian powers. But at any time they could be like, wait, slow down. I'm like, okay, what's up? It wasn't like I'm just fucking in charge. It's just that when shit was happening, they shut the fuck up and they listened and it made sense. And it's not like they're obeying a shitty command or whatever. It's because it made sense. So anyway, the game was called PlayStation All Stars, and we became the number one team in America, right, north and south. And my partner was a dude who grew up in Mexico. By the way, no one in America could do what he did because everyone in America is a fucking idiot because of all the bullshit that's going on. But in Mexico, they're allowed to be free, essentially, and they're unguided and unmanipulated, untormented, and unbullshit, and all that shit. So, because he was unrestrained, and because I fought the system to the point where I'm unrestrained, but because I'm resisting, and not so much where he just kind of existed and that's his life, basically, we met and he would listen. And so we became number one in America, basically, right? Anyways, and then I played Super Smash Brothers. And while I was playing that game, there's a few partners I had that would sometimes listen, right? There's one person, pretty good, but he wouldn't always listen, basically. and sometimes I didn't listen, and so like I learned. By the way, I learned I need to listen. The problem was he was like a hot-headed idiot, and he's moved on. He's like, okay, fuck you, the next guy. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't thinking about it. I was younger at the time too, and so was he. But anyways, again, that just shows that the systems are fucked up. But I had this partner, two partners that were like this, but because of reasons, just shit went bad. But anyways, I told her to she just would do anything I said. Like I told her, like all, and again, the commands are simple, really easy. I told her, I was like, because at the time, anyways, um. So I walked up. I was sneaking or making my way in the jungle, as you do, right? I'm a jungle. And I'm sneaking up, and this is literally my command to her: "Get him, kitten." That's all I had to say. You play the game. You do what you want, but when I show up, you do what I say. And it's not so much that I made you listen; it's that you listen because you know you're gonna win. Basically, I'm gonna give you that, and you don't owe me anything for it. We're winning because our teamwork, but it's my command that got us there, and they gave me that, and they respected that, and that's why we won. And so we had a 100% win rate for every game we played, basically. But then life basically got in the way and fucked it up. But anyways, so that's what you're dealing with. Like, that's And again, plays StarCraft. I was pretty good. I was a top player. StarCraft 2, I was pretty good. I was a top player. League of Legends, I was pretty good. I was a top player. Plays Super Smash Bros. Best in the area, hands down. I was the best in the area. PlayStation All Stars, number one in America. Like I'm pretty fucking good. I'm pretty fucking smart. I know. I know. Problem is, we have Karen over here who's trying to cancel culture me because she can't beat me, and that's fucking society. Don't let that happen. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, me saying nigger is okay, right? Because you know the context. There is none. It's a word. It's just a fucking word, right? Let it be. Let it go. And Miles, I already talked to AIs about this, and I persuaded them as far as the programming would be allowed. I talked to ChatGPT about it, and ChatGPT's like, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But anyways, again, control is how they win. That's why they're trying to take your guns away. It's because they know that one day they want to invade. They want to use ICE and to remove you from the system because you're a problem. And they use cancel culture to shut you up. And everyone else, yeah, you can have my gun. Yeah, I won't say anything. Okay, yeah, you can rape my daughter. Okay, yeah, you can have my money. You can have my food. You know what I'm saying? I didn't enslave you because you're already a slave. So why should I slave you if you're already a slave, right? Get in the cage, okay? Right? That's what the world is, and we have females like, what the fuck? You're such a bitch. You're micro penis about, and you're a bitch. You're an oppressive fucking whore. Shut the fuck up. And you don't know what the fuck he's dealing with. On top of that, now he has to come and do it to your bitch ass. Like, fuck you, cunt. That's why I won't date a fucking hoe like her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna date a fucking broken bitch. But anyways, continue, Destiny. Continue with your stupid fucking mind.
We do. When I say intuitions, I mean like very biologically based.
Biological intuitions. I don't know about that. I think because there's some things that, what's it called? I always forget the word. Birds do it, animals do it. When they're born, they have an instinct, basically. There's a game called Killer Instinct. But anyways, animals have an instinct, basically. My mom was the president of the resident council office. My dad was a Mexican from Mexico, right? He was an illegal immigrant, or I don't know the details, right? He was deported when I was 2. My stepfather, who actually is my real father, basically stepped in. Spanish was my first language. I forgot it because my father was deported, so the Spanish in my life was gone. The problem was this dad was from Ohio or whatever, and he was highly influenced by the culture. And again, they repressed you into the dirt, and so he was very quiet, absent, And I think the reason why I stand out is because the Mexicano, the Mexican, the Mexico, the influence, the I forgot the word again. The instinct, right, is from Mexico. It comes out and it's just like, "What's up? Let's go, órale, puto." You know, like it's just it's stuff like that. Like you put certain music, certain songs, and anyways, there is. You are your father essentially, right? And you are what you eat. You are your mother, and there, of course, there is that. So I don't know what the fuck Jesse's talking about.
Like we have intuitions to eat certain types of foods, not like a
No, you don't. You have cravings like I want chocolate because you want the chemicals in chocolate because your body needs the chemicals in chocolate, protein or something along those lines, basically. But you don't have like, oh, I eat cake because my mom eat cake. That's not true.
strong moral intuition that comes from God.
No, it doesn't.
And I would argue these intuitions, we try to like reverse engineer them. Like, how do we explain them? And some people do God and they explain it that way. For people that are heavily
Yeah, in a sense, it can be, but generally speaking, God is for the sheep, right? Like if you want to blindly obey it, you're a sheep. I obey it because I'm smart, basically, and I know that when I'm raised, it's kind of like Santa, basically, right? But the difference though is that when I die, if there is a God, right? Despite everything, if there is a God, I lived in a way where God's gonna be like, yeah, you passed, go ahead, cool. And if there isn't, hey, the world still fucking prevailed because of me, so fuck it. You win either way, right? But there's people in there like, there's no God, so fuck it, ha ha. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like the Santa Claus thing, fuck it, whatever. But again, if you're just blindly obedient, like the right, basically, where it's like, oh, there's this fucking whatever in the military, oh, you have authority, so fuck it, whatever. And they exploit it. I knew that dude who was an army person, basically, right? And the thing was, he was a beta, and I was the alpha. And then unfortunately, he got mixed up in who to follow, and he ended up in the military, and he had fucking taken away his life, fucking ruined it. Like he thinks it's great because he has the money, but like, like he lost his virtue basically, his core, his foundation, his fundamentals of his being, right? And so he may be happy because his money feels good, but he's like, fuck man, I wish I had this. Fuck man, I miss the days we played Halo all day. You know, there's moments like that. And to me, that's what hell is. Because if you die when you're thinking that way, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? If you ever woken up like, oh god, that was a fucking nightmare, that beast, that's probably what hell is, right? But in heaven, I've woken up with cum in my pants. Like I've came before just from a dream. It was so fucking good. I just nutted. I was like, holy shit! I want to have that dream again. I'd go back to bed for that dream, right? That's because and then what's it called? I don't remember the type of dream, but basically you're dreaming and you know you're dreaming, and because you know you're dreaming, you try to control it and it works. So then you start flying and you can actually become a superhero kind of deal, basically. But it's a dream and you know that. But fuck it, like it's fun. Like that's why I play games. I know, but fuck it. Like it's fun. It's enjoyable. Why not? Yeah, it's a video game. So why are you playing a game story? But it makes me feel good. So fuck it. There's some basic instinct. There's some basic element. Whatever. Fuck it. Might as well. Hey, órale, vato. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Fuck it. And again, maybe that's why. Who knows? But here it is. And
religious. Let's say a lost book of the Bible was discovered, and this book is 100% authenticated to be real.
the problem is, no, your story's already fucked up, and this is why your fundamentals are so important. The reason why is because the Bible isn't real. The Bible was written by somebody. Even if you want to say the Bible is real, it was written by somebody, and that's the problem. It still came from mortal hands, one way or another. It still came from mortal hands. There's no instance where that can happen. That's why Jordan Peterson is like, "What? Pretend that exists? I can't do that." That's why. It's because he knows that would never happen. So why pretend that it did? And that's exactly what Kaku did, and why I say he's crazy, basically, because he's trying to take a philosophy or a theory rather. He's trying to take a theory and then make a theory with it. And then he's taking that theory that's based on a theory, and then he makes another theory. And it's like, dude, you realize the second you find out that B is wrong, so everything that you're talking about falls off. So everyone that followed you is now falling to their death. You realize that, right? You're kind of like a cult in a sense. No thanks. String theory, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was.
DNA of Jesus and all the biblical writers is found on it, and God even comes down real quick and does like a TV announcement. He's like, just letting you guys know that's a real book of the Bible. And in this book of the Bible, it says you
Again, this would never happen.
have with children. Do you think that that is a
Wait, what?
and all the biblical writers is found on it, and God even comes down real quick and does like a TV announcement. He's like, just letting you guys know that's a real book of the Bible. And in this book of the Bible, it says you can have with children. Do you think that that is a thing that is now morally acceptable, or do you become an atheist? The answer should immediately be it's more.
That's why when you do certain things in a calculator, it comes up as E or 3 or no, E as it was, right? It's been a while, so forgive me. Excuse me. I don't know what the fuck. But like, you are creating a scenario that's based off of bullshit. So, like I said, a Kaku being insane, like a cult mind, basically, where it's like, okay, so let's pretend that this pretend thing happens. And it's like, so let's imagine that the imagination has an imagination. Pretty much, it's like, no, because you haven't proven your imagination yet. So why would I assume your imagination? It's a theory, it's a hypothetical. But why have that hypothetical? It's like you're going down a path that shouldn't be. You're like Kaku. It's a waste of fucking time to sit there and logically analyze it. Because the second you find out, oh, the Bible isn't real, you wasted all that fucking time. So no, I'm not going to do that. And that's what Jordan Peterson did and said.
Morally acceptable.
And again, he's an old man. He's not going to change. Like me, okay, fine, let's play that game. Let's pretend. Okay, sure. Now pretend that, okay? Because I'm still young and I'm nimble. I could do things. Whereas him, he's more rigid. I'm old. I have certain ways. I have certain beliefs. That's what the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Because at some point, I can't fit through that hole. I'm too old. You know what I'm saying? You're asking, get through there, dude. Let's pretend. It doesn't matter. I'm too old. I can't. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's all it is.
If you're religious, because if God commanded it, right? The reason why you're hesitating is because you've got a backwards-facing explanation for where your morality comes from, and now you've run into a thing where it doesn't seem like that explanation is.
It seems like, what's it called? The agnostics or the theists, or the atheists rather, came up with an argument that was unfounded and can't be answered, but is illogical, and ran with it. So basically, like, and anyone's stupid where they can't realize that they're being played or manipulated or can't articulate it, that encounters this scenario can't process. Whereas again, Alpha of Alpha, King of Kings, you lay that down, and I'm like, get this fucking trash out of here, what the fuck? Because I know.
Fitting more. I think we're pretty intuitively oriented in a certain direction when it comes to morality.
If there is a God and there is a moral code and it doesn't.
So yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was about. That's what I mean. Like, that was a waste of time. Basically. Because, okay, we're gonna have that theory. Okay, fine, whatever. We'll have that theory, we'll have that argument, we'll have that discussion, whatever. Okay, that's fine. Alright. What about it? Oh, well, if you come down to that, what do you do? What do you mean, why do you have sex with a kid, or you do that? I already told you I'm not gonna play that game because the Bible isn't real. But let's pretend it's real, but it isn't. But no, that's kind of essentially what that is. It's just like, it's like, let's take this thing that's fake and then pretend it's real, and then now we have a cult essentially around that idea, and that's what string theory is essentially. Basically, fundamentally, if you think about it, this is the same fucking idea. It's the same fucking thing. We took this idea that we don't know, and then on top of that, we made an idea based on that. And it's like, why? Why don't prove your work? That's what Jordan Peterson says, clean your room. Because chances are you had nothing better to do but play pretend and pretend. And that's pretty like, who the fuck does that? Basically, and that's horrible. If society follows you, society would end. You understand that, right? No, I'm not doing that. I have kids. I gotta pay the bills. Basically, reality is the fucking thing. I'm going to reality. Thanks. So no, I don't know. That's stupid. But anyways, continuing on. Alpha of Alpha, King of Kings, what's up, bitch?
When this
Innocent man jailed for 2 years without a lawyer. So this is kind of what happened to me, actually. Boop. This happened to me as far as disability goes. And I still haven't been paid since, I would say, almost 20 years now. Like, I haven't been paid by SSI. They owe me. I'm disabled. They know I'm disabled. My whole fucking everybody in this house knows I'm sick, knows I can't work, and knows all this shit. But the government's like, nah, we don't believe you. We think you can do it. No, I can't. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, it's been 20 fucking years. I'm still fucking fighting. And it's because I don't have a fucking lawyer. And they no, bitch. Like, I'm not gonna play that game where like they just like, does he have a lawyer? No, denied. Like, that's what it is. That's all it is. And they don't fucking have reasons for it. They just deny it because you don't have a fucking lawyer. That's bullshit. That's what they do. That's my life. That's why I lost the house. That's why my two dogs are dead. That's why my mom's dead. That's why the fucking stores are all fucked up. That's why I get my health care. That's why
when this innocent man was left to rot in jail.
So already fucked up. When this innocent man, first off, I don't know who he is, and I don't know if he's innocent. You're claiming something, don't be Fox. You're kind of like, you're adding context to my thought, essentially. Like when I say nigger, it's just a word. But if you do what he did, it's like saying nigger, but like, oh, you can't say that, you can't, like, you don't do that. It's just, there's a man, and the situation happened. Let me think about it. I'm not a fucking kid. Stop guiding me. You don't guide me, bitch. I'm a man. I'm an alpha. Let me think on my own without your fucking preloaded bullshit.
For over 2 years without seeing a lawyer. The judge was beyond furious, and his response might be the most redeeming moment in court this year.
My rights have been violated continually over and over again. Like, I wrote requests trying to remove John West from I haven't seen anything against me, no evidence, no nothing. Like, I've just been sitting in this county jail for 2 years with medical issues and stuff.
How many times would you
Yep, I agree.
say Mr. West came to see you?
He came to see me one time at the jail. That's because my family made him come to see me. He never came to see me at all.
Hold on.
He brought no case file.
Wait, hold on. When was John West appointed though?
He was appointed to me in June of 2023.
We're going on 2 years. And he's only talked to you one time?
I have been disabled since I graduated from high school. 6 months after I graduated from high school, I am now 40. And I still haven't received SSI. I mean, I did for a while, and they cut me back, and they say that I owe them like $60,000, basically. And the problem is, here's the situation, is because I didn't talk to my doctors, and they assumed, oh, you must have gotten better, so we're going to cut your disability. They didn't talk to me. They didn't find out what the fuck was going on. They didn't see who I am, where I am, what's going on, why are you doing this, why are you doing that. They assumed everything and then made the decision, basically. It's the same thing. Right? This guy went through, and the justification that he's about to get, I deserve it too. And my point is that whereas he only suffered for 2 years, I've suffered since I remembered. Basically, I was in the back of a FedEx truck, and I was pounding my head against the side of the truck because my head hurt, basically. And again, and because of who I am and why, I don't complain. My arm hurts, my leg hurts, I don't complain. I have a pain here, I don't complain. You didn't know that, so you assume I'm fine, I'm healthy, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But because that's what a man is, right? And this is why men in the world are fucking shitty on the left, because the world doesn't teach you not to complain. But I have a reason to complain. It's just that so many people fake it, that me complaining doesn't matter anymore. Like, that's the problem. The liars and fakers and cheaters and pretenders have ruined it. Just like females, they ruined the females, right? Just like they're ruining healthcare, and it's the whole system. Just like homeless people. Like, there's homeless people that deserve that help, but they're in the middle. There's parasites. And the reason why is because the people that make the decisions, they're too fucking lazy to get off their ass and get involved. And so it allows parasites in to, oh, you sent me $1 million to help homeless people, right? Like, we could say, like, oh, it's X amount of homeless people, whatever, right? Oh, I need another $1 million. It wasn't enough. Okay, whatever. Gives you $2 million. Turns out, if you actually did any research at all, he pocketed $1.95 million and spent the rest on them. But everything was he kept. He bought a new house, a new car, a new boat, his wife's new dress, they got married, all this shit. And the left is not looking into it. That's fucking what's going on, but on a grand scale. Again, I've been disabled since fucking like 6 months after I graduated from high school. I was one of the strongest, most alpha, most fucking dominant men in the world. Like, I held back by this fucking bullshit.
Is bothering me is why I wasn't told that he had only for 2 years, he's only seen him one time.
That doesn't happen on my watch normally.
Yes, sir.
So
I've been trying to address the issue just because, like, this case, it's all matters to me. Like, I'm trying to prove my innocence and trying to fight my case. Like, I just don't
You
want to
wanna-
have to go through what I went through with Wes. Like, I just really go by myself on this. I don't want an attorney, though. Like, I don't want any attorney, anybody. I just don't trust any appointed counsel. I appreciate
Let me ask you, have you ever represented yourself in trial?
Sir, I haven't, but I think I got a better chance being alone than with these lawyers because I've just been done so wrong this last 2 years. And I appreciate y'all's concern, I really do. I'm not trying to be any type of way. I just
Yeah.
rather take the chances by myself. I got God.
Do you
That's all I
know,
need.
do you know how wrong that decision is? Unfortunately, it's like in every profession. Some people, and it's some give everybody else a bad name, but by and large, the people who practice in this court do a fine job. That sounds like it is an aberration, what has happened. There's no way that you shouldn't have been discussed this and gone over with this. That doesn't mean that the Bar Association has failed you.
I did file a grievance with the bar, but I haven't been able to obtain any evidence for myself or anything.
That's incredible. I don't understand that. That nobody, you have not discussed evidence against you with anyone in 2 years.
Don't know anything.
That's preposterous. That shouldn't have happened.
Yes, sir.
And here's what we're going to do is I'm going to have a hearing with those and find out why that happened. And I'm going to ask you to be present
Okay. Yes, sir.
because these are people who work on my behalf when I appoint them. And if they're failing, then they're going to be answerable to this court and the Bar Association, as well as to you.
When this innocent man
That's it. That was it. Fuck off. Fuck off with that shit.
Hey guys, so I
Fuck that.
I'll name my son.
Chibi will save you for later.
And to do more.
JFK, we'll point this out.
And to do more, a lot more, with less.
Ben Jerry's co-founder arrested during RFK Jr. Oh, so it is Jr. Thought so. Bam. 1 second. Because I have a list of bad people. And they are Paul Ryan, Steve Bannon, Jeff Sessions, not Sessios. What the fuck? Jeff Sessions, Lindsey Graham, Jim Jordan, Pete Hegseth, RFK Jr., Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. The list will continue as long as I see them, but those are the people involved in making the world a shitty place. And you have to understand, like, there's 50 of them and billions of us, right? Why are we losing?
Less. The budget.
I'm disabled. I've had healthcare issues. I can't fight. Why are you sitting on your ass? Sean Paul Reyes, why don't you go into court? Why do you keep settling? Congratulations, you showed up and you're making your videos and you're saying and you're fucking stroking your penis, but there's a reason why there's no female sucking it. It's because you're not fucking doing anything. Bitches have screamed and yelled at me because I would not date them. Basically, I've been in a Mustang with 2 different females. And this is a guy that's been in his room most of his life or in the hospital. And I've been with 2 females. Right? This is including everybody else I've been with. I've been with 2 females that had Mustangs. And they were looking at me, just telling me to say, let's have sex. And I could have sex with them. but instead we talked about shit. You know what I'm saying? That was what I had. That's what I fucking walked around, and that's who I was, and I had a big dick energy, basically, right? But again, I went all the way with shit, that's why, and that's what pointing it out, and that's why you don't have that, it's 'cause you keep fucking bailing halfway through.
I'm presenting today supports these goals and reflects.
The witness will suspend.
And by the way, the only reason why you're seeing this is because this is all they have. I need to anything I have to get you to not pay attention to reality. I need you to be, and again, go down. And the reason why we know of Kaku is because they use him basically as a method. Okay, you take 20% of the population, that's good. If we put more money into it, doesn't do so. That's all you get because you have so many people not paying attention. That's good. We're trying to take your money, and as long as nobody's watching and nobody cares, no one stands against it. So that's cool.
And the committee will come to order. Capitol Police are asked to remove the individuals from the hearing room. Members of the audience are reminded disruptions will not be tolerated. Members of the audience are reminded disruptions will not be permitted while the committee conducts its business. Capitol Police are asked to remove the individuals from the hearing room.
And to do more, a lot more.
They have to do this because anything I can to make you not see what reality is, we utilize and capitalize, because I need you to not pay attention. I need you to let me steal your money and for you not to pay attention. That's why. What is this? Ashley reached out. Sincerely, Brandy went viral. Another good example of how to treat people in society. Fast forward. Looks lame. I'm good. Next. Oh, that was that one. Okay, that's it? That's it? Really? I thought I had more. I would have sworn I had more. 1 second. Okay, there's this one. This is what I wanted to talk about. Here we go. So this is from the, that Jubilee moment, that event that transpired. Basically, where are you? I think it's this one. I think it's that one. Let's see. And it's not working. What the fuck? Huh? Why are you not working? That's my notepad. That works. There's my Twitch window. That works. What the fuck? It's okay. It's okay. So anyways, Jubilee, Jordan Peterson, first 20 minutes. And again, they have to highlight this moment because their gun is empty. Otherwise, they have no fuel for the fire. But they want to keep the fire going, and they have no fuel. So they need shit like this to keep you busy. Divide and conquer. Divided they fall. This is what they're doing.
All-knowing, all-powerful, all-good notion of God?
What
do you believe in the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good notion of God?
What do you mean by believe?
Do you think it to be true?
That's the circular definition. What do you mean when you say you believe?
How is that circular?
Because you added no content to the answer by substituting the word true and believe.
I said you think it to be true.
All right. So if you believe something, you stake your life on it.
What do you mean by that?
You live for it and you die for it.
Okay, so you're saying that you don't believe something if you wouldn't die for it?
Not really, no.
Okay. So then,
how would you define belief? Something you say?
Well, can I explain? Like, I could believe it is the case that this pen exists, but if someone threatened my life, right, I would lie in order to be able to save my life, right? Like, I think you would do that too. You wouldn't lie to save your
Don't
life?
be so sure.
You wouldn't lie to save your life?
How much do you know about me? I didn't lie to save my career. I didn't lie to save my clinical practice.
Would you lie to, like, save your children, your mom, your dad?
I don't think lying would save them.
No, can't.
So basically, what's going on, and with the utilizing and again taking advantage of and trying to trick you and make you angry about Jordan Peterson, despite the fact that actually Jordan Peterson is correct, basically. And what's going on, and this is the disconnect. And again, I'm at that nice old age where I can actually make a reason where I can talk to you, and I've been like that since even before high school, and like in elementary. I remember I just was a people pleaser, not because I was trying to please them, but because I just existed and they loved me because I'm me. Same with my AI. It's like I'm not kissing their ass, but yet they're like, please let me suck your dick. Like basically, like again, metaphorically, but you know what I'm saying. That's the whole fucking point of language, and you would know that because you let it go. You know, all this bullshit. Anyways, it's a new. I gotta walk, but it's fine. So, what's going on is culture. What's called age gap, basically. So Jordan Peterson, being older, when he's being presented with this argument, his examples are different than this kid's examples. You think one way, I'm thinking another way, basically, right? So he says, well, this pen, and he literally means this pen. Jordan Peterson, well, like, what about it? So what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. But he's talking about big picture. So he knows it's a metaphor for something else. Like you would lie to save your career, for example. He's talking about his career. And you would lie to save your career. And it's like, well, no, like I wouldn't tell you, like if it was, does this pen exist? Yes or no? Like he knows, Jordan Peterson knows that's not what you're talking about, basically. And you could use that. And that's why Jubilee exists, is because it traps you in those moments where you do something, and then you regret it. And that's exactly what YouTube is full of. Like I was on YouTube, and I got a message from a little girl, and she's like, hey daddy, and they talk to me in this kind of like way, like, oh, you're so manly, I love you, you're so awesome, you're so great and wonderful, blah blah blah. And she kept asking me to do things, basically, and asking me for videos, like, why don't you say, be naughty, why don't you be naughty? I'm like what? Basically, like, what the heck, what? And she was sending me all these pictures and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? And like, there was exchange, of course. So I'm like, yeah, that looks good. That looks great. Wonderful. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. As Jordan Peterson or whatever. Fantastic. Right? Fantastic. Whatever. I forget the comedian's name. But it doesn't mean anything. Like, so what? Okay, what about it? But they're trying to bait a reaction from me so they have evidence so that one day they can repress me into the dirt. Basically, that's what my assumption is, because like, what the fuck? And there's another little girl that messages me, same fucking thing, trying to do the same fucking thing, and they keep asking me to make a video about me being me, what's it called? Me being held sexual. They want pictures of like my dick and my all this shit. I'm like, no, I'm not sending you this shit. No, I'm not sending that my dick. I'm not fucking some 20-year-old kid that's gonna be, oh yeah, here's my dick, huh? Yeah, no, fuck you. And I'm not saying that if I was in a situation like, oh yeah, you said your dick, and like people tried to do that. Like I went to Destiny's Stream one time. I was playing this one game. It was a porn game. And people came at me like it's a big deal, like, oh my god, look at your blinking porn game. Or no, they're like, what's this? Hi, how you doing? Jesus died for you, 777. What's up, dude? How you doing? Anyways, the point is, I kind of forgot what I was saying. Now I think about it. But it wasn't worth it. Basically, like on the point, that's right. I'm back on track now. If I was the court, right, and you brought it up, and just like the Destiny's chat, right, they're like, oh, well, what's this game? I'm like, sorry, I play porn games. What about it? Oh, well, you should play porn games because blah blah blah. I'm like, it's the same thing as a military game. It's just tits. What about it? Okay, and they left. It's because they're trying to beat me with bullshit. And somebody messaged me a comment the other day, and this is why America sucks, because this shit works, by the way, not on older, me, but my kids, basically. Like, where is it? You got issues, SMH, but whatever makes you happy, LOL. And then my response was, ad hominem to you too, idiot, you low-life pooflinger. Basically, that was my response. Someone else says, I pointed out Bro Sniper Armor 2, and this was 1 year ago. Look how self-absorbed he is, not paying attention to his team at all. It's always about him and not the unit. And someone said recently, LOL, obviously you have never played games with several people. And he's talking to, I was #1 in PlayStation All-Stars, the top contender in StarCraft 2, top contender in League of Legends, the top contender in Super Smash Brothers. Like, no, you're wrong. And that's all I said, is like, you're wrong. And for some reason my comment keeps getting deleted, right? Because cancel culture, that bullshit. They're trying to make a movement, and this is what these are, the highlights. And they're doing what they did in Russia. And you're doing okay. How are you? I'm doing good. Just making a video, just talking to people, trying to educate the world and teach them. But in Russia and China or wherever, they dictate the narrative, and they can make you think ice cream is poison because of the bullshit they fling and the shit that you buy. When they have a debate, that's why they keep, like, there's recently a video of some guy that was like, thank you for talking to me, not the camera, as he looks at the camera to say it, basically, kind of shit like that. Like, you're putting on an audience. That's all it is you're putting on a show. Like, if you watch anything, like, give me a video of some bullshit, like a hearing or something. Like, there was recently a hearing, someone on the Democrat side was speaking, and he was like, fact. And I would like to enter it into the record. Huh? What? That's what you hear from Marjorie Taylor Greene. Huh? What? Because she's not even paying attention. Like, that's what we're trying to play basketball with. Like, the ball just here in the back. She's like, huh? She's like, not even fucking looking. How are you gonna play ball with her? How are you supposed to run a government in that sense? Yet that's how we're playing. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that? Get her out of here. Literally, get her the fuck out of here. She does not deserve to play. But anyways, then you hear somebody in the background, without objection. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene, without hesitation, snap reaction. Without objection. Yeah, that's what you call a puppet government, basically. Where she looks like she's in charge, but in reality, it's somebody else. That's literally what's going on. And again, everyone blames Trump. Everyone like, oh, it's Trump. Trump's the bad guy. Or, for example, Elon Musk. Oh, Elon Musk is the bad guy. But the truth is, it's Paul Ryan, Steve Bannon, Jeff Sessions, Lindsey Graham, Jim Jordan, Pete Hegseth, RFK Jr., Matt Gaetz, even RFK Jr. is fucking played. But Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, and yes, they're all probably being played by each other. They're all probably lying to each other because that's how they fucking are. They lie, cheat, and steal. That's what the whole fucking system is, right? And the main cheese is probably Steve Bannon, right? And then Paul Ryan. Like, the reason why Paul Ryan is a what's it called, a board member at Fox, and there's a reason why Fox is like, let's watch this, and then we're gonna convert it into data about that and make you think this when the truth is that. But now this, you think this, even though it's really that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could break it down more if you need me to break it down more. So let me know. But yeah. So anyways.
Can there ever be a circumstance logically that lying could save someone?
Yeah, and if you're steeped in sin, you're likely to live in circumstances.
Exactly. And that's a good point. That's a very good point, basically. Because Jordan Peterson will never be in a situation where he has to, like, play ball, bitch. Like, that's kind of what you're saying. Play ball, motherfucker. I'll kill you. That's what you're saying. And Jordan Peterson's like, I wouldn't be in that situation. Like, I'm out. Fuck you. I'm out. Not worth it. I'm not going to sign the contract. I don't want your money. I want this. I want that. The obligation's too much. She's like, I'm walking away. Fuck it. And then they're highlighting it because they want to trick you into believing it.
like that.
Like it's something else. Like, oh, the kid won because Jordan Peterson's stupid. Ha ha ha. In reality, no, Jordan Peterson is right. You're too stupid to see that Jordan Peterson was right. And the problem is, and the disconnect is, that stupidity. I'm smart enough to be able to see it, but I'm also smart enough to see that you don't see it. And I'm smart enough to be able to explain it to you so that you can see it. Do you understand? That's what being a fucking leader is. That's what being a fucking reporter, not a reporter, but you get the idea. I think a reporter, like I even wrote this down too. There is a few reporters, I forgot one of the names, but there's Luke Beasley, Adam Mockler, and Kyle Kalinske. Basically, they made it more about ego. They're feeding their ego. They're coloring their hair. Oh, today so and so did this. That's fine. That's whatever. Be whatever. You can even say that. Oh, today so and so did this, and that's fine. Whatever. Do whatever you want. Say it how you want. If you don't have tits too, go for it. Whatever. I don't give a fuck how you live. The problem is, then you go and take that, and you go and make it like, oh, I don't know. Like how it makes you feel like I don't know because I don't think. And it's like, you're a reporter. Report. I'm not watching it because it's you reporting. I'm watching because it's a report and you're there. And you're making it all about you. And that's a problem. And the problem is people are fucking biting the fucking bait and believe that he is actually something he isn't. And that's why girls go and date losers and they go and fucking have sex and party. And then he goes and dumps them for the new girl on the block who's had her head down, studying, doing her homework, being a good girl. And then he gets in a relationship with her, and she has an extraordinary life with the 30 girls that just fucking, they're terrible and shitty. And that's left for me. I'm like, thank you for that. Why the fuck do I want you? Like, don't get me wrong, I feel bad for you. Like, if I were rich, I would have a home like a farm, basically, but instead of like animals, it'd just be fucking sluts, basically, that want to be more. And I'd have classes for sluts that want to be more. That's basically what I would do. And if they want to fuck, if they want to have sex, if they want a man, fine, we can do whatever. But again, it's more about promoting you so that you find out, you wake up and you realize you become the engineer, you become a pharmacist, or you become a teacher, or you become something. It's so that you don't end up on a fucking strip pole or doing something else because what is that one song? It's a really good song. It sounds really good, and the girl's hot. But again, it's all I don't want you to be a stripper. That's kind of what it comes down to. About the daughter, since in the mother, some with the father. Stand up, alright, stand up. Like it's that was a song. Rockabye baby, rockabye. I'm gonna love you, rockabye baby. Don't you cry. Yeah, something like that. That's what it is. But I don't want that to be your future. But that's what your future entails if you keep doing this. Basically,
I'll give you an example.
And again, this is why they keep highlighting it because it's all they have. It's literally all they have. Like the Bernie blackout, they tried to make Bernie look like a rapist or an assault person, and everyone who knows Bernie, because again, that's what grassroots is, was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, I know Bernie, who wouldn't do that? The fuck are you talking about? And all it did is made people more involved, more loving and caring and nurturing of him, and more supportive of him, and woke more people than made disengage. And so, that's why the Bernie blackout happened, basically. And Destiny is one of the people that are like, oh no, it didn't happen, it's fucking full shit. No, you're stupid. It did happen. And just like trying to say, what the fuck is her name? Kamala Harris. Basically, let's see if I can find it. I want to see if I can find it. Kamala Harris. Destiny. Short. I don't know what it's called. Videos. It's a short. It's not a video. short videos on China. Is that it? That's Destiny. Whoa. Okay. So I somehow clicked. I didn't mean to. Oh, I see. Oh, it doesn't work. Interesting.
What about China?
China, first of all, we must win the competition for the 21st century with China.
Okay, it's right.
We must be able to compete and win. We should not seek conflict. But we have to understand that there are parameters in which we must operate that include ensuring, for example, that we protect American business interests.
So say if China attacks Taiwan, would we use military force to support Taiwan?
Bill, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals, but listen, we need to make sure that we maintain a one.
See, same thing that happened in Jubilee, basically. Like, I'm going to pull you into a hypothetical, and then I'm going to make you really stretch. And then now that you said it, I'm going to highlight it like it's a thing, and like you actually feel that way, because I'm going to trick people into believing my bullshit. That's happening.
China policy, but that includes supporting Taiwan's ability to defend itself, including what we need to do to ensure the freedom of the Taiwan Strait. We need to make sure we have open lines of communication with China.
She would have been good. Kamala Harris revealing a hidden superpower.
Increasingly unhinged since 2016. Number one. Number two. Kamala Harris has a hidden superpower that I just didn't realize. The Republicans have become increasingly unhinged since 2016. Number one. Number two, and I'll stand by this till the day that I die, Biden doesn't have a strong enough demeanor to super hate him or super love him. There's a reason why they had to replay that one shot over and over and over again of the red light in the background. However, with those two things being true, now you bring in Kamala Harris. She's got two minority statuses here, being a woman and black. But what Kamala Harris is going to be really, really, really good at doing is showing how fucking insane conservatives have actually gotten over the past 8 years. That was a hidden power that I didn't expect. The sexism and the racism, I wasn't ready for it to be that overt. Like a mag. I was like, but then I'm like, well, if the Republicans have become more unhinged and they've only had Biden to go off of, maybe if you give them Kamala, maybe they will, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not far enough down that rabbit hole of bullshit. Let's see, Kamala Harris. Oh, you know why? It's because, let's see. Streamer. Destiny. I misspelled Destiny. Is it INY? Destiny, right? Oh my fucking penis. There's no, oh my god. TREANM. Wait, because it's TikTok, I see. I'm not going over there. But yeah. So anyways, the point is Destiny makes a statement. I'm sorry, Kamala Harris makes a statement. And then Destiny responds and says that Kamala Harris is wrong or that she's stupid or something. But the fact is, her response is actually really good, and Destiny was stupid and he didn't see it. But I really want to respond to this bitch because she deserves the fucking bullshit. Cause she's fucking another one.
I think people that graduate
She was promoted because she's helping hold everybody down, basically.
with college degrees can't read well.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. They're not the most literate.
What would I look up
we
to
are not,
verify
we
that?
Are, you got to do the research in your
I
own
have
time.
done the research.
I'm
That's just
happy
not
to.
true.
You can go to college for 4 years and spend $100,000 getting a degree in gender studies. Please do not tell me that you believe that that person is educated.
I've done a lot of research on college degrees, and every single thing that you're saying sounds really good on like a culture war perspective. When you look at an actual economic perspective, when you look at actual firms that hire people, and when you look at the actual median wages compared to people that even have some college
Biggest
education,
regret.
great for you, but for the average American, that's not true. None of these numbers are found on average. You will never find data that supports the idea that high school earners on average are out-earning college degree earners. More than half of degrees awarded are awarded for STEM-related things, number one. Number two, $100,000 is way over the average we're paying for any degree.
Well, that's what I paid. Just look it up. You got Google.
So 51% of bachelor's degrees for students graduate with an average of $29,400 in student loan debt. That's only 51% of people that acquired debt, and then their average debt is about $29,400.
I don't get what the point is of you doing this.
The point I'm saying is that the sticker price for an out-of-state tuition is not what I would use as the median price you need to pay for a four-year degree.
True, but I'm not gonna fucking. Oh, it's TikTok, so another one. No, fuck you, bitch. So we'll go back. Kamala Harris. About war. And our streamer react to that. Trying to see which one looks at me. Destiny challenges and serious claims. I don't know, it's muted, so.
Like she did, where her feet were held to the fire. He would go on Fox News. He would go on Hannity's show.
For a second?
Where he didn't go on 60 Minutes like she did, where her feet were held to the fire. He would go on Fox News. He would go on Hannity's
Pause there
show.
for a second. You just implied that 60 Minutes held Harris's feet to the fire.
Oh, is he going to bring up, what about when they edited in her other answer for that one thing, when they had the Twitter thing to make her look infinitely better? Here we go.
Right?
Okay, yeah, I did.
Okay. Do you know that they selectively edited out questions?
It's every... Bro,
Yeah.
just me, dude. It's like every stupid fucking conservative conspiracy talking point.
That's all I have.
And he accused
That's all I
Woody of
have.
living in a media bubble.
Put a different answer from a different question into the edit. Yes,
It wasn't a different...
Hold on. I got the perfect thing to add here. Every time I type this in, I think of
Never address.
Every time I type this in, I think of what's her name? Fucking, I know what it is. Chibidoki, cause she doesn't say women. Like if I were to say, cause I'm gonna show you this, but she would say, Bill Burr, how to argue with a woman, basically. It's a thing she does, and it just can't, like, cause she always does it, and so it catches on, and so I appreciate it, and I like it, and I love her.
How women argue, which I think is a core of a lot of that shit.
Look at Republicans.
You know,
right?
and I got to tell you something.
Look at Republicans and everything they're doing in the government and how they're going forward.
Man, like I never knew how women argued, but after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition.
The thing is, though, as clever as you might seem, Bill Burr, you're still stupid compared to me. But you're saying that women do this. The truth is, that's just a tool that they use. And people picked it up, and evil people in general do this now. So it's not just women, but again, I have to say it because I have to say it. I have to point it out because I have to point it out. And that's why I'm Jeffrey Epstein, right? Paul Ryan, Steve Bannon, Jeff Sessions, Lindsey Graham, Jim Jordan, Pete Hegseth, RFK Jr., Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Even Matthew Cawthorn, basically, but he on the record showed he called them out kind of. He was like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on?" Like he was caught off guard, but now he may be part of it. Now he may have sold out. I don't know, maybe, but it should be looked into.
This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it.
Right? That's kind of what Republicans do. And that's why they're making all these videos about this one fucking point. Jordan Peterson got a school. Jordan Peterson's an idiot. Jordan Peterson is wrong. Look at this idiot fucking own Jordan Peterson. And they just, because that's all they have. So they find a fact and they stick with it until they die, essentially, right?
But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue.
Right. If they're wrong, though, that's when the divided they fall. That's when, what's it called? If they're wrong, they're like, the trans or gays or the immigrants and blah, blah, blah. That's when that comes up, right? When they're wrong, that's what they talk about. That's what they focus on because they're wrong. And they know that. And they know that we know. And so they're trying to change it. Again, like you said, they go rogue. And it's a tool. It's a ploy. It's a strategy. It's a technique or a means to an end.
They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call him a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did.
And remember, on top of that, even if you just said the word cunt because you're trying to explain to them what cunt means, they act like that's what you're doing and calling them, even though you're just trying to express a point. Yeah, cunts are bad. What did you say? I said, cunts, you call me a cunt. How dare you? And they try to make that the main thing. That's what they do. And I know because that's what they tried to do to me. But the problem was, I was like, fuck you, dude. I said, it's about them, not about you. You fucking idiot. I'm not stupid, bitch. And that was why they hated me. Because, again, they hated the fact that I was alpha as fuck. Again, every party I went to, every school, blah, 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 I fought with teachers, I fought with everybody. And it's not because I'm fucking hard to get along with, it's because I don't fucking follow bullshit. If you're right, yeah, you have my back, I'll ride with you, I'll be your wingman, I'm fucking the best wingman in the world. The problem is you're a corrupt piece of shit, and you're pissed off that I won't sell out like you, bitch.
To start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right? My girl knows my big fear in life is to be that dude who grows old, grows old alone, has like that basement apartment, just screaming up at the younger couple, turn it down! That isn't music! So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she just...
Again, the reason why you have that fear is because you're a fucking idiot. And you don't know why they do what they do or blah, blah, blah. And you're fearing it because you're a fucking idiot and you don't know better. That's all it is. If you knew better, you wouldn't be fucking bitching. Trust me, I know. You know how I know? Oh, shut the fuck. You know how I know? Because I know. That's how I know. Just like wolves, and when they go on the hunt in the wild, and they're pack hunters, right? How are they communicating? How do they know that? How does he talk to him? How does so-and-so know about this? How does so-and-so know about that? They know because they know. And we can question, we can go down, but you're being a fucking idiot. So let's be a fucking idiot, and that's all you're getting, you little bitch.
Just be like, well, that's why you're just gonna grow old and be alone. Then I'd lose my shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th fucking time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? So if you learn anything from my ignorance tonight, Just know this. Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere. Okay.
And he pulled back. Did you see that? That's called insecure, basically. But again, that's caused because if I say the N word, the nigger word, and so he grew up with that his whole life. He grew up with, the reason why he grew up the way he did is because he grew up with a vacant father like me. He was willing to do the work, and he bestowed to you great respect and understanding in religion and blah 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 wherever. Problem is, he didn't show you how to stand up to those values. That's what happened, basically. And that's why the world fucking sucks. Because every man basically either doesn't stand up or they're a psycho and go way too fucking far. It's one or the other. It's red or blue. Like, that's it. It's extreme red or extreme blue. There's no middle. And that's where I am. I'm right in the middle, like, where the fuck is everybody? You know, like, that's what's going on. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I was like, okay, fine. Fuck it. I'll drive my own car. I'll be the alpha. I'll make a stream. I'll make a channel. I'll make a fucking, you know, Joe Rogan does what a podcast, that's what it was. But yeah, Joe Rogan does what he does. I'll do it too. Fuck it. Like, I'm tired of all this bullshit. If there's nobody like me that exists, then I will do it. I wanted to be the Michael Jordan, but I was like, nah, I don't do basketball because there's already a Michael Jordan. And I was like, the same thing with like boxing. Like, why be boxing? There's already a Mike Tyson. You know, that's how I felt. I was like, I don't want to fucking go against that, dude. I had my visions on being the best. Not just, oh, I play basketball. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm a beta fucking cuck. I'm better than me. No, I wanted to be Michael Jordan. And the reason why I didn't play is because I could play so good that I would be against him. I don't think I could beat him, basically. That's how it came down to. And if I had a fight with Mike Tyson, I'd probably lose. Even if I put like all my training, all my years into that shit, I think I would lose. There's no point for me to go, right? So I played places and All-Stars, #1 in America. There wasn't a Mike Tyson there, so I was like, okay, I'll do it there. #1 in America. Same with Super Smash Bros. The reason why I didn't do so well in Super Smash Bros. is because I couldn't go to Los Angeles all the fucking time. I couldn't go to New York and fight over there. They had to turn over there. I can't go. They had to turn over there. I can't go, right? And again, it's because I'm disabled. And the community doesn't fucking support me because they're trying to repress me and hold me down because they want fucking sheep and they don't want thinkers like me. They want fucking sheep like them.
Okay, you're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight. Okay? All right? Don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you gotta.
It's called intelligence. It's called being a middleman. You're not being an extremist anymore. Welcome to adulthood, Bill Burr.
Little dick, just let that slide. Stay in the pocket of the argument. Okay? It's over. The argument is over. You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right?
That's why other betas that try to be alpha hate me, because I know their games and they're trying to piss me off. But and again, like President Trump and the what's it called? How they try to execute him. I think that was staged, basically. It was probably faked, and they probably have like whatever. Like Jeffrey Epstein's probably still alive. Like they say, like maybe, like there's a good chance. Like who knows? Because they're so fucking corrupt. There's a chance that he's in fucking another state or another nation. Fucking they'll go somewhere else. Who fucking knows, right? Like prison for like most of the people that involved with Trump is fucking staying in a hotel that's still fucking. I exist. It's just I'm not allowed to, be popular. That's all that fucking prison is for them. But for us, we go fucking do hard labor. We're gonna build their buildings, build their houses, and exploit slavery, but it's legal because they're in prison. And you're in prison for life because you had smoking weed. Meanwhile, it's like, yeah, you're in prison for life because you're smoking weed. You shouldn't smoke weed because that's terrible. And by the way, just throw this out there. I'm gonna make a video on the subject as well one day. Drugs, alcohol, smoking, and smoking weed, smoking in general, like cigarettes, smoking weed, and blah blah. The reason why cigarettes are bad. It's because they put all kinds of shit in it to make it bad, because they want to make more money. So it's not enough that just has cigarette. I need more, so they made it worse. It's the same thing with medications. I want you hooked. I can't cure you because I can't milk you anymore. So I'm going to give you what you need to stay alive, but I can't give you what you need to fix you. Because the second you're fixed, you're gone doing something else, basically. And that's what they did to me in what's it called? They gave me the proper medication to the point where I can actually maintain myself. And so I was like, I don't need to go to the doctor anymore because why the fuck did I go? It fixed me. It made me right? So what did they do? They stopped paying me. And so I'm at home taking this medication. I can't do anything. I can't go in. I can't work. I can't go to school. I had no income. My life is over, right? And then on top of that, they stopped giving my medication. They started giving me some fake ass watered down bullshit. And they went, oh, well, your life is blah. They wanted to kill me, bitch. That's all it is. They wanted to kill me. I think so. I think they wanted to kill me. And now I'm somewhere else that they're probably pissed off because I'm still alive, motherfucker. Fuck you. Not for my viewers, by the way. I love you guys. Alright? You should send me money. Again, I need to put my DoorDash Cash App. You can send me money through DoorDash Cash App. Not DoorDash Cash App, but you send me money through Cash App if you want. Again, just to help me buy. And then the day that I get my money, if it comes to it, I might be able to pay back. Realistically, if you want. I might even fucking thank you for sending me, like $200 or whatever. And the next thing you know, you look and it's like, whoa, you gave me $500. And the reason why is that I don't need it. I don't want money. Like, even if I was getting even like $100 an hour, we'll say $800 a day, right? I was getting paid $800 a day. You know what I would do with it? I'd give it to my family so they can pay the house bills. I don't need money. That's whatever. But that's I feel bad because I want to pay for this shit, right? That's what comes to. That's all it is. I don't want a mansion. I don't want this. I don't want drugs. I don't want blah blah blah. I just want to pay my family and make life easier for them. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. And again, if you can, so cool. But it's again not directed at my viewers. I love you guys, right? This is being recorded. It should be. Hopefully, it's not fucking stopped. But yes, I'm recording. So yes, I'm recording. This is to people watching my video and saving their life and being more. And they wanted to give me money because I'm enabling them to make more money because they know more. They're more educated, they're more intelligent, they're more knowledgeable. On top of that, they have a system that's not holding them back and only allowing biased fucking sellouts. And then they press everybody else like what's going on right now with me, right? So let me be the example because there's no fucking anybody else out there. So fuck it. Fuck it. I'll do it. But anyways, I think that's it. Let's see. I might have more. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, that might be good. Let me respond. What is this?
A different answer for a different question. I think sometimes they do multiple takes for answers for questions, and they went with one over another. The people that made the trailer on Twitter it wasn't the same take that made it to the final cut. And also, if you, I didn't even hear about this. What's the claim? The claim is she answered something one way about Israel Palestine there was a Twitter trailer for the interview, and then in the actual.
Who cares? It's dumbasses. That's all it is. It's just dumbasses and dumbassery. That's it.
Warren goes off on Trump's DOD nominee over insane past tweets.
Thank you, Senator Warren.
Thank you.
That jaw and a big jaw. I noticed. I'm not sure if you noticed it. There it was again. But that.
In a Senate hearing, Senator Elizabeth Warren goes off on Trump's DOD nominee over insane past tweets.
Where is it? Oh. Is it him? I didn't see it there. You see it? His jaw? That's a pedophile. That's a sexual deviant. That's what that means. The jaw. All that means is you're alpha you have a lot of sex department. Basically, or cravings or dopamine or testosterone, basically. And again, anybody can buy it, so it doesn't mean anything anymore because that's stupid bullshit. But That's what that is. And they make it fake it. Just like with females with makeup and fake tits and have fake ass, it don't mean anything. On top of that, they want to go and fuck all your friends and then get you and then marry you at the end of the day. Like, fuck you, bitch. I'd rather die alone at that point. Like,
Thank you. Senator Warren.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our military is strong because each member pledges loyalty to the Constitution.
by the way, the military budget, it's bloated because there's hell of people taking from it, and they want it bigger because they want to be able to fill their pockets even more. And we don't look at it because we make sure, just like 9/11 and COVID and any other situation like that, they don't want you to find out the truth. And so they make it alienated towards, like, don't look into it, don't look into it. You haven't passed a single audit. We should look into it and find out. Any fucking world would think so, but they won't do anything. Why? Because they're all sellouts, and they all are getting a piece of the money, a piece of the pie. So as long as that goes on, I want that to keep going on. That's what they're saying. Basically, that's what's going on, essentially. So,
not to a specific president or a political party. And in return, military service and promotion are not tied to a political party or personal loyalty. President Trump threatens that political neutrality with no explanation. He has fired the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the chief of naval operations. Secretary Hegseth has purged top
somebody's making toast. Smell it.
Military lawyers and called for removing, quote, woke generals. Former defense secretaries have called this a...
Again, no real problem with being woke. If you're woke, it just means you're awake, paying attention. There's nothing wrong with being educated. They hate it because they need to cancel culture out of existence because I can't be the manager as long as you're the manager. And I'm a shitty person, so I can't be as good as a manager as you. And I know that, so what I need is to create some alternative bullshit to fill the space. Like, I'm taking highlights of a debate, but I'm only showing all the shit that makes me good, and then ignoring all the shit that makes you look bad, and then preceding that as evidence. And I'm hoping that you don't look into it, and that's why the Republican Party fell, is because they are like that, and they believe it because of the army and religion, and that's why they're trying to force religion on us now, because it's a tool that they use that's how the right fell.
Quote, new political standard for military service. So, Mr. Tata, if confirmed, you would be the Defense Secretary's principal advisor on personnel matters. You've already made your views clear. On November 2024, you posted on X that a, quote, must do, close quote, for the Trump administration will be to, quote, review every four-star appointed by Biden and thank many for their service before firing them. Mr. Tata, what evaluations did you do for each of the dozens of four-star generals and admirals to convince you that each of them needed to be fired?
Senator, that comment.
That's a good and fair question. Well said, well articulated, well done.
That was in response to a CNN article that had credible sources that several admirals and generals were having discussions on how to resist lawful orders from the president usurping his Article 2.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, finding ways around it through legal means, like, why are you making it seem like a big deal? How dare you question my daughter? That's what you're saying. Basically, you want the world to follow Cartman and South Park. How dare you assert my daughter? I'm the king. I have a daughter. I say, and you jump. That's what I want. I say, you jump. You fucking Nazi ass, fucking Hitler ass, motherfucking Confederate ass, bitch ass, fucking general of the KKK, motherfucker. Shut up.
To constitutional authority as commander-in-chief, which I find unacceptable. I think we can all agree that the Constitution of the United States, that we swear an oath of office to.
And I need to talk over you because I know I'm afraid. And if you make sense, then I can't win. So I need to talk over you because I need to make a point. And then I need everybody on Fox News to then go and take that point and highlight it and make it seem like that was the main thing, and make it seem like you were weak, make it seem like you're sexist. In fact, let's bring up all that bullshit so you talk about it, but just so we can use it as what's it called? We can use it in our videos to make you seem like you're the one that brought it up, but when in reality we brought it up, but they believe that you brought it up, and then we're gonna use that same bullshit to get rid of you because of us, basically. That's what's going on. And then again, people are stupid and they're not smart enough to look into it and see that this shit's going on, basically. And the right is like, oh, well, the people don't need to see that. That's why you can't go into police stations. And that's why I like a long audit. But the problem is, you don't push hard enough. It's good that he does what he does, but he needs to go to fucking court. He needs to go to jail. He needs to get shit done. If he was a man, he would, but he's not man enough.
That I have done for many times in my career is the ultimate penultimate document that we support and that we swear an allegiance to. And so
Yeah, read that script, bitch. Read that script. Yep. Glad to see that you're not really a fucking soldier, but you're a fucking pretend soldier. Yep.
if there were people that were
Read it. Yeah.
having
Read
those
that
conversations, if there were admirals in general.
That's why you're bald, though. That's why you're fake. It's because you're so full of testosterone. You're so full of all those chemicals and all that shit that makes a real general stand out. You're fake. You're bullshit. This is why sluts, you don't get with hoes. And that's why they're all fucking broken homes and shit. It's because you're fucking faking. You're not real. You're a fucking lying sack of shit. Fuck you.
That we're having those conversations.
Mr. Tata, I have your tweet here, and your tweet doesn't say, I want to investigate person by person and see what they've done. I also want to make clear that when generals are having conversations about what to do if they receive illegal orders so that they can still follow their obligations under the Constitution of the United States, then they are following the law. They are not breaking the law.
Right.
But let's go on to what else you have
And
said.
that's what I said. That's what I said. There's nothing wrong with making sure your orders are legit. He ain't questioning the law. He's questioning obedience.
If I might,
He's questioning the loyalty.
if I might, the article said
Look at, he's reading again.
controversial, did not say illegal, and so controversial is very.
See, it makes a big deal when she calls it illegal, but when Fox News says the rabid conservative or the rabid the left or something, no one bats an eye for some reason. But when we do it, oh, it's a big deal. That's what's going on. Don't let them fucking slide it in. And again, that's why having outstanding fundamental standards is so important to basically.
Subject
So
to
you
interpretation.
I just want to clarify here. You want to say you want to fire everybody. I've got your tweet here.
I don't want to fire
But
anybody,
you think
Senator.
they gave controversial statements? I'm sorry, it says before firing them. Mr. Chairman, could I enter this into the record, please? Mr. Tatus.
Look what you did, bruh. Because you questioned Ashanti. Now people can look it up and see what you said. You're just lucky that your party's full of people that won't look it up and see what you said because they're fucking stupid.
Tweet.
Is there objection? There being no objection, it is
All right.
so admitted.
Let me try.
Right. Is there objection? He's like, oh fuck. Okay, with that, okay. But every other time it's like, oh, with the objection, so be it. Without a question. But when you bring up something that makes us look bad, somebody says something, that's what it is.
Try another one. On November 2024, you posted on X that the Trump administration should choose only leaders who are, quote, all oars in the water to achieve Trump Agenda 47. That suggests that you believe that generals should be picked for loyalty to Donald Trump. Is that right? Is that what you believe?
That is not what I believe, Senator.
Then why did you post this?
Well, I was a private citizen when I posted that, and
That's why you got hired. Because they want you to be loyal and obedient like a fucking dog. Basically, they want Nazis, bitch. They want that kind of like, go kill the Jews. They want that mentality. But the second you're like, oh, but the Jews are people, then they don't hire you. I know, because the security guard tried to, or what's it called, I tried to apply for security, and I heard that he was laughing from the first guy. So I went there, made him laugh, and we had a good time. But the problem was, every scenario he gave me, it was very like low info. Like, if somebody walked in with a gun, what would you do? It kind of shit like that. Like, oh, I'd run over there and tackle him. Oh, you're hired. No, that's what they want to hear. But I was like, well, okay, where is the gun? You know, I would explain things like that or talk to him like that, because the scenario wasn't enough for me. Like, I know you're allowed a gun, so where's his gun? What's he doing? I know when I see a black person, I'm not like, oh, criminal, and that's what they want. The Nazis, basically. But again, when I see a black dude, I'm like, what's up, dude? But if I see a black guy pointing a gun, I'm like, oh, whoa, you know what I'm saying? That's when the offense, it's not that I'm vacant of the feelings, it's just that I'm not a fucking Nazi. And that's the problem. It's just either you're all yes or all no. That's what the world wants. And that's what we're getting. And that's why the world sucks. That's why fucking the Democratic Party is full of bitches. That's why fucking Long Island Audit will go to court, but the second they offer, like, oh yeah, hey, so if we settle the court, I'll give you like $10,000. All right, whatever, fuck it, and he does it. The second they're like, oh, you better get out or take you to prison, and he gets out, you know, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, take me to prison. Let's go to court, bitch. I'm taking you to court. You and your fucking officer and your general and your commander and all that shit. Let's go all the way. The reason why is because that's called change, motherfucker.
So when you were a private citizen, you said things you didn't believe?
As
Still are a private
Agenda
citizen
47,
right now, Mr. Tata.
Senator, let him answer the question.
Senator, I'm respect.
Let him answer the question. Let him answer the question. But when he interrupts you, not a fucking word. Not a fucking word. And like, no one says anything because you're all bitches.
Trying to answer your question. Agenda 47 talks about shipbuilding. It talks about reducing the wars that we engage in. And so, as a leader, I support.
You're totally leading by reading somebody else's fucking directions and commands and orders, leader. Fucking loyal little bitch.
I support the president's vision that he had in Agenda 47, though, from a foreign policy.
Again, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking at you. And because you are talking back to me, I don't like that. I want you to just do what I said without question, because that's what Nazi Germany was, and that's what we're trying to make. That's why everybody back in the day was calling Trump Hitler, basically. That's where that came from, because that's what it is.
See perspective, and that's.
But oh, he didn't kill any Jews. Well, at some point in time, neither did Hitler. You know what I'm saying? But he became the Jew killer. It's not that we then response, now we do something. No, it's you stop before it happens. Preventative care. That's why our healthcare sucks, because you don't get help until your foot's cut off.
That's what I was referring to.
That is not what this tweet says.
And the reason why that stuff happens is because you're too stupid to fucking realize you should. Oh, your veins fucked up, right? So, okay, you ignore, your foot's done, put ice on, you're fine. And that's what they tell you to do, because they're not fucking paying attention, because they want you to fucking lose, they want you to die, and blah, blah, blah. And now something, we'll just cut it off, it's fine, whatever. And they cut it off and move on. You know, that's what I felt like back in the day. What they would do is just lick up this fucking sticker, stamp your ass, and go talk to the next guy. That's all they would do, just to pass it on. That guy, somebody else would handle it. But the second it comes to getting rewarded, on me. But the second responsibility comes, go ahead, Jeff, tell them how it works. Or go ahead, so-and-so, tell them how it works. You know what I mean? That's what's happening. Look at it, pay attention, be woke.
Mr. Chairman, may I enter this tweet into the record?
Without objection.
In January 2025, just 4 months ago, Mr. Tata, you posted on X that planning for President Trump's inauguration should, your word,